Alright, hello Internet. Welcome back to another episode of SnowCraft, my custom modded Minecraft Let's Play survival series. For this episode, I have decided I'm tired of this. Or more specifically, I'm tired of trying to find whatever I am looking for, trying to find that one item that I know that I have, but I just can't remember where it is. Is it in one of these drawers? Is it in one of these chests? Did I put it in a shulker box? What did I do with it? I'm tired of it. So, to that extent, we are going to make use of these items that you see here in my hotbar and make ourselves an Emmy system. That's right. It is time to finally get around to setting up Applied Energestics and doing some real serious automation. Now, in preparation for this, I have dug out this area down here underneath the factory. So this is the entire chunk-loaded area under the factory has all been dug out, and I've even begun planning out where it is that I want to put my controller. So this is not the actual controller. As you can see, these are Futura blocks. They're part of Chisel. They're pretty easy to make, and one of the options is an Emmy controller. Now, what I'm hoping is that when I place the actual controller, because I'm going to put it right here, I'm hoping that it will connect as the rest of these do to it, and it'll look really good right in there, so I can kind of mix the real controllers in with these phony ones and have this really cool design sitting right here in the very center of my factory. Then, of course, I've also started working out where I'm going to start running the cables, and I have an energy acceptor that I have set up right over here. This is going up to the diesel generator is right about here upstairs, and this is bringing power down. So we'll connect that up to the cables, which will provide power for our system, and the controller will go right there. And then on this side, you can see right here where the sandstone is, I have dug a hole up to the, I believe it's to the slave controller. Double check. Yes, so up to the controller slave for the drawers, so we can put a storage bus right there, and that'll allow the Emmy system to see everything that's in those storage drawers. And then I've gotten started on putting in a better floor. I ran out of slate. And then we'll figure something out to do with the walls and something to do with the ceiling. Alright, so right over here I've got a little temporary machine area. Ender IO Simple Alloy Smelter. I've had to use that for a few things. There's the connector that's going down to where the energy acceptor is, kind of give you a little bit of an idea how this is organized. But what we want right now is the Inscriber, and specifically we are going to need an engineering press and a silicon press. The logic press we're not going to need. And if you're wondering, I didn't have to go find these. I actually have asteroids turned off, or meteorites turned off in this mod pack, because I don't like how they tear up the landscape. So I have a different way of getting your hands on these presses, which I will show you in just a little bit, because there is a third, this guy right here, press that we do need to make. There's the engineering circuit. Now we just need the silicon. There's the printed silicon. Now we take both of these, combine them with a little bit of redstone, and there is the engineering processor, the last ingredient needed to make an Emmy controller. Alright, so here we have everything else that we need for the Emmy controller, the pure Fluix crystal, skystone block, and of course the engineering processor that we just made, and that gets us one Emmy controller. And we've gotten an advancement for the networking switchboard. So now we just have to take this downstairs, hook it in, and run the wire over to the energy acceptor, and we've got an ME system. It's just a little bit more work to do. All right, time for the moment of truth. So you see I've got a dense cable right here. It's coming out right there. So we're going to have all 32 channels available to us. I can also run dense cables through here. As you can see, you can put cable facades of the Futura blocks. So I can run my cables right through these fake Emmy controllers if I need to. But let's go ahead and place this down. And of course, it's going to be blank, unlike these that are all lit up, because we don't have power running to it yet. So we need to get power over to that energy acceptor. And right in here, I have my smart cables. I might not have enough cables. I may have to make some more, but we'll see. Let's start from over here and think about how we're going to do this. Let's go up first, and then we're going to go just straight over. All right, now when we hook this up, everything should get powered. There we go. The Emmy controller now has power. You see, it's got a slightly different pattern to the Futura blocks, so it does stand out a little bit, but that's fine. It's mostly for show anyway. So now that that is hooked up and running, we effectively have an ME system. We just have no way of using the ME system. So there's a few more things that I'm going to need to do. Like I said, I'm going to need to run a storage bus over to my drawers over there, and then we're going to need a terminal. So right here in kind of my main area where I've been working, I've reserved a spot for a terminal. So this is an open hole, goes all the way down. Plan is to run a cable up through here. In fact, we'll just put those right there to kind of show you what I mean. So I'm going to put an ME terminal right here. I may put one there as well. I haven't decided. Probably not, though. I'll probably just put it here. And then we can put a cable facade over top of this so that it blends in with the rest of this pillar. But what we need first is a storage bus. So in order to make an Emmy storage bus, we need an Emmy interface and a couple of pistons. So I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that so I don't have to keep searching for it. Then to make an interface, we're going to need some glass, a couple iron, and the cores. And the cores are what is always, or what I find to be the most annoying. So I'm going to need, effectively, to make this storage bus, I'm going to need 2 logic processors. Okay, just the 2 logic processors. Yeah, just the 2 logic processors. So I need some more gold. We might as well just do this at the same time because we're going to need another pair of cores. Okay, so we need 3 logic processors. We're also going to need a calculation processor, which I might as well just make all at the same time, especially since I don't have a calculation processor. So I'm going to show you the recipe in order to get your hands on these presses. That is not where I need to go. This is why I need an ME system, because I can't find anything. Take a pure crystal and we place it in the center, and that gets us the press. So if you've played through Sky Factory 4, you'll recognize these recipes as they are identical to the recipes used in Sky Factory 4. All right, let's go make us some processors. All right, we'll go ahead and put the gold in. We grab the logic and the silicon. All right, there's the 3 logic circuits that we need. Now we'll go ahead and swap this out. There's calculation circuits. Now we'll go ahead and run our 4 silicon through. And unfortunately, we can only do 1 silicon at a time. Now here's where things get annoying. Because we can't stack items on this side, so we have to do each one at a time. All right, now that I have my 3 logic processors and 1 calculation processor, we can get on with making that storage bus and the terminal. So we're going to start with the storage bus, since it's not really useful if you don't have storage. All right, so in order to get this, I'm going to need Certus, Flukes, and the processor. So let's just put 2 of the processors in. 2 of the processors in there. We'll grab 2 Flukes crystals. I keep saying Certus. It's Flukes. I need Flukes crystals. All right, now I need a Certus crystal. Just one. Just one. Just 1 crystal. Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and put that in. These guys need to go get tossed into the crusher. I think they work in this crusher. We'll find out. This is why I need an ME system, though, so that I don't have to keep doing this one at a time, and they don't work in this crusher. Remember, folks, always turn off your heavy machinery before jumping inside. Alright, so we have to use the Quartz Grindstone. There we go. Here's the dust. There is the formation cores. Now I just need a nether crystal. And there are the annihilation cores. So now I just need 4 pieces of iron. There is our Emmy interface. And now we just need our two pistons. Oh, we got the recursive networking advancement. 8 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and I believe I have wood in here already. I do not. So I'm going to need to grab a couple of those, and I need a slime. I think that gave me 2. Nope, just the 1. There is our Emmy Storage Bus, which gives us limitless potential. All right, we'll go ahead and take this downstairs and stick it in place. All right, and then that just goes right there like that. Then we just need to get the cable down here and run it on over to the controller. All right, so I'm going to need to make more cable. Grab some dye as well. Yeah, here's some cable facades for the Futura blocks. I had extras. I need an Emmy system. This is why I need an Emmy system. Because I can never find the things that I'm looking for. Also because I never grab enough of whatever it is that I'm looking for. Hold on. Let me double check. Okay. We got to make them into smart cables first. It's important to do these in the right order. If you don't, you end up with cables that you can't use. Well, you can still use them, but they're not as useful as you would hope. We make them covered, then we make them smart. Then we make them dyed. And for some reason, that eerie noise just set my dog off. Alright, so this is absolutely not going to be enough cabling. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And I think we're going to run it straight out like this. All right, there we go. More cabling, and then we're going to go... Oops, that's right. Shift click. Bring that down to there. And connected. And now we should see it come online. Eventually. There we go. Device online. You can see the little green dot right there. And we now have a nice connection. It goes all the way over there. That comes up to there. I broke out those cables up there because I think I'm going to go with a different cable. I want to use a different color. Because I've used a green cable or a line cable to get over there, I need... Oh, I don't have any. I only have a dense one. Should have saved one. I need a Fluix cable. An uncolored smart cable, effectively. We'll do a few of them. So glass. Crushed quartz makes quartz fiber. How many there do I have? I have 9, so I need 18 Fluix. That gets me 36 glass cables. Then we just need a whole bunch of sheep essence. That gets us covered cables. A little bit of redstone, a little bit of glowstone. And that gets us Fluix cables, and then we can take those and we can dye them, but in this case we are not going to. Let's see, put that guy back in there as well. What we're actually going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to connect it right here and do 2. And then for that one right there. All right, so we need a little bit of dye essence. Gotta make it the right color, you know? I believe it's this. Yeah, there we go. Gotta use purple. Now, unfortunately, we have to make 8 of these. We can't do them one at a time. But there we go. Now we have a purple cable here at the end. The reason for that will become apparent in just a moment. All right, so now what we need, we don't need that guy anymore. We need to make ourselves an Emmy Terminal. In order to do that, we need an Illuminated Panel. And in order to do that, we need all of that. So I need 1 more quartz glass, which I already have 2. That actually gets us 3 illuminated panels, which is good. Now we can make an Emmy Terminal. And now, of course, with the Emmy Terminal here, we can actually attach this to our network and use it. But I don't like using just the Emmy Terminal. I figure we might as well go straight up to the crafting terminal. And I need 1 more piece of wood. There we go. Crafting terminal, which gets us a much bigger table, which is kind of wrong because it's not actually a bigger table, it's a bigger storage. And as soon as that gets a channel, there we go. See it lit up. You also saw the line appear right there. And now we can actually take a look inside our Emmy system for the first time. And look at that. Look at all those resources that are already in there. Every single one of these resources is over here in our storage drawers, and now we have access to all of it from right here. That is glorious. Now, of course, we're going to have a little bit of trouble putting too many more things in here because I've only got a few empty drawers here and there. So I am going to need to build a storage system, storage drawer at some point. But for right now, and that's what we need to work on next then, is going to be getting all of this stuff, all of this put into the Emmy system. And of course, in order to do that, we're going to need a disk. We're going to need a drive. We're going to need that. And that is a little bit more expensive to make, though not terribly. It's mostly these processors that are kind of obnoxious to make. Now, I'm going to try very hard to keep my network somewhat organized by color. I'm terrible. Well, you've seen my inventories. You've seen my chest. You see my inventory right here in front of you. I am not the most organized person. And it isn't unique to Minecraft either. Even in the real world, I'm not well organized. So we're gonna try. Try is gonna be our watchword here. Could have just done it from here, huh? There we go. Now we have an ME drive. Now, of course, we need stuff to put in the ME drive. Now the question is, where do we want to put the drive itself? I'm thinking we'll put it over here. And then connect it to the pink line right here. Okay. And we'll just knock this block out. And there we go. Because the pink cable, up until now, had no actual channels used. Because the Energy Acceptor doesn't use a data channel. So there's no reason not to use it for actual data channels. Now we need a cell. One of those, and one of those. I know it is actually easier to just grab single items out of the drawer because it's really difficult to get just a single item out of an Emmy system. You tend to grab, you know, a stack or an entire half a stack. It's like, I only want one. All right, so I have a housing. I just need the processor to be able to make the actual storage core. I am going to set up an actual automated Inscriber setup. I have a design that's fairly compact and works really well, only uses one data channel. It's just going to take me a little while to get there. Anyway, this is going to go down into here. Now, the thing that we're going to need to do, though, is because I still want it using the storage drawers for most of the storage, and especially for anything that's being produced continuously is going to be going into the storage drawers. And eventually we're going to end up piping those items in through our Emmy system rather than using the immersive engineering conduits or the immersive engineering conveyor belts, because the conveyor belts actually cause a fair amount of lag because they are moving entities around, whereas this does not. So we're going to be slowly transferring everything over to the Emmy system for inputs. What that means is I need to change the priority here. So I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just go in here and drop this by 100. So that means that the Emmy system is going to be more likely to put items into the storage drawers before it puts them into the Emmy drive. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to go ahead and cover up this cable that's sticking up right through here. And the way that we're going to do that is by using cable facades. So I discovered these labeled crates. These are from Engineer's Decor, and they are bigger than the standard wooden crates. They have more space in them, and they have this nifty little item frame on the front. The problem is that you can't rename them. You can rename them, but as soon as you put them down, they lose their custom name. Cable anchor. And now we're going to take the cable anchor, and I don't know. Okay, the leaded concrete is not in there, so it is in one of these chests. There it is. We're going to go ahead and take a block of that. We're going to take our 4 cable anchors, and that will get us 4 cable facades. Now we just take these and click them right onto our pipes. And we can even just click it straight onto, straight onto there. And now it looks like the terminal is inside the pillar. Obviously, we still have an open one right there. I think I want to put an import bus. I want to put an import bus here or another storage bus. Wow. Anyway, that looks very nice. Now, what I would really like to do is I would like to put a terminal, maybe not a crafting terminal, but at least a terminal on every single one of these pillars. I'm going to have to run the cabling for it, and then obviously I'm going to have to make the terminals, put them all in place, and then I'm going to have to get more facades. So that's going to take me a little while to do. And I believe I will work on that. I'm also going to get my... that is the next thing that I need to do. But I think before that, we are going to build ourselves an autocraft, because I need autocraft. All right, so what I'm going to work on is building up my autocrafting setup. Be doing it downstairs, and I'll show it to you guys once it's done. I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch as I put together all of the autocrafter or the molecular assemblers and the interfaces and all of that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the episode right here. The next episode will bring that I will show you my autocrafting setup. Hopefully, if something else happens, yeah, you'll know when the next episode comes up. But that is the plan for now. Is I'm going to do the autocrafting in between episodes, and we will go from there. So I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful day, wonderful evening, whatever time of day it happens to be for you. Hope it's doing good for you. Make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you hit that subscribe so you don't miss that next episode where I walk you through my auto crafting setup. And until then, I will see you in the next episode. Have yourselves a wonderful time and happy Minecrafting. Alright, well, this is slightly embarrassing. I've just finished editing all of the clips for this episode, and I realize now that I never turned my face cam on. So you get an episode without my face cam. Let me know down in the comments. Do you prefer videos like this with no camera, or do you prefer videos like my previous episodes that have the camera turned on? Let me know, and we'll see where we go from there. Otherwise, again, see you next time.